This video is sponsored by Manscaped, the best in men's grooming. Manscaped is known for their elite bald skills, a little bit like myself. But with the beard hedger, they're helping people notice that pretty face too. Our friends at Manscaped are now focusing on their off-the-ball movement with their Beard Hedger Pro Kit. The Beard Hedger Face Trimmer is a waterproof, cordless trimmer which has 20 hair cutting lengths, all with just one guard, so no more messy drawers full of extra add-ons. The trimmer has a titanium coated T-blade which is tough on hair but smooth on your face. Just because Manscaped have moved away from the groin doesn't mean they've lost track of the ball, unlike Joe Gomez. They still have the Lawnmower 4.0, the best hygiene tool to help you keep the grass on the pitch the perfect length. The Lawnmower 4.0 ceramic blade reduces cuts and nicks in your most sensitive areas. Unlike me, the trimmer's battery lasts 90 minutes, meaning you could shave your nether regions the length of an entire match if you wanted. You can get a wide range of packages and products at manscaped.com. What's more, you can get 20% off and free delivery using our code Anfield20 at manscaped.com. Celebrate the new season of the beautiful game with your newly beautiful balls and face. I don't know why they say newly beautiful. My face is always beautiful. Look at it. It's amazing. What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this Europa League preview here on Anfield Agenda. It feels very strange doing a preview for the Europa League. We've been spoiled as Liverpool fans since Klopp's been at the club with consistency in the Champions League. But we are where we are this season, my friends, so I'm going to do what I always do. Go through, give you my predicted 11 ahead of the game, my score prediction, and of course ask you guys to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Now, of all the previews I've done, this has been one of the most difficult ones to gauge because, one, I don't know much about our opposition. Obviously, LASK are, I think, 7 games into their campaign so far in Austria, 4 wins, 2 draws and a loss, but I don't really know much else about them. So it's tough to gauge how strong Klopp will go when I don't really know much about the opposition. So I've come up with an 11 that I think should cover all bases, enough to satisfy people who want some strength and enough to satisfy people who want a mix of youth. Now it's going to be over to you though to say if you agree or disagree, so you know what to do. I'm going to get straight into it now, my friends. I'm going to start off with the score prediction, and I've gone for a 3-1 victory to Liverpool. For me, it's important that we top this group because we don't want to be second place, then go in against one of the teams who drop in out of the Champions League in that playoff round. So if you win your group, you avoid that, and I think that's what we should look to do. Easier said than done though, but for us, we got a little bit fortunate with the Europa League draw. You know, we don't have any long jaunts across to Eastern Europe or anything, you know, fairly couple of hour flights to all of the teams we're playing against, so not too bad. This kicks off at 5:45 p.m. our time. And I guess that's kind of probably a plus for Jurgen because we spoke about the difference even a couple of hours extra recovery can have. And the fact that we have a game against West Ham coming up on Sunday, I think the gaffer should be happy enough with that. Now, with that in mind, I'm going to move on now to go through my predicted 11, of course explaining my thought process along the way. So we'll start off with the goalkeeper and the centre-backs. I have gone for Caoimhín Kelleher to be rewarded. And the reason I'm saying rewarded is he could have moved in the summer. He could have given Liverpool a headache. He didn't. He decided to stay. And I would like to see him given the League Cup and the Europa League this season to show what he can do and to reward him for staying. So for me, Kelleher starts. Centre-back positions, I resisted the urge to play Virgil van Dijk. So I know some people will say he's been suspended for the last 2 league games, but he did play for the Dutch national team during the international break, and I also don't want to take any risks ahead of that game against West Ham. Virg is getting no younger, shock horror, so I would say rest Virg and play him on Sunday against West Ham. So I've gone for Ibrahima Konate and Joel Matip in the centre-back positions. There's every opportunity that maybe Kwanzaa comes in, but for me, I'm going with Konate and Matip because, as I said at the start, I'm going to try to give you a mix of experience and youth with this team, and Konate working back from injury, I think he could do with the minutes. So Konate and Matip for me in the centre-back positions. In the full-back positions though, well, I've gone for Gomez and I've gone for Kostas Tsimikas. Interestingly, on Kostas, I don't know if you guys seen the quotes attributed to Alexis McAllister when he was asked who the 2 strongest people in the Liverpool changing room are, and he said Mohamed Salah, which is not going to be a surprise to anybody, but also Kostas Tsimikas, which I don't know about you guys, but it definitely surprised me. So for me, Costas at left back and Joe Gomez to come in and play at right back. And by right back, I do mean right back. None of this hybrid nonsense. Exactly like you did in the second half in our most recent league game against Wolves. That's the type of right back I want Joe Gomez to be for this game. Moving into midfield now. And yeah, it was a tricky decision. And I'll explain the decision now in a second. But it did take me a while to pick this midfield trio. So what I've gone with is Endo because, well, we want to see Endo. We need to see the level the guy is at. So let's play Endo in this one. And ahead of him, I resisted the urge to go for some of the stronger players. I've gone for Bajcetic because obviously we know he can play in a 6. He can also play in an 8 and a 10. So let's let him use that versatility. I'd like to bring him off the left-hand side of our number 10 position in midfield. And Harvey Elliott on the right-hand side to give that mix of youth but experience. And again, if we need to, Bajcetic can drop back into a double pivot then with Endo and we could have 2 6s, but I'd also just like to see Bajcetic get some minutes, working his way back obviously from an injury, and I think this is a perfect opportunity to give him a chance. And with these games against the likes of LASK, you would expect Bajcetic, Elliott, Endo, these type of players to show that they are a cut above. And, you know, if we think we have promising youth at the club, these are the type of situations that they should be shown that they are at the level required. So that's what I'm going with in midfield. Endo, Elliott and Bajcetic up front. Well, I've made the changes again and I've resisted the urge to play Mohamed Salah. Ben Doak, for me, has to play on the right-hand side, and I think you'll all agree with me on that one. I think this could be the competition that springboards Ben Doak's Liverpool career. We've seen it in recent seasons. Harry Kane, as an example, at Spurs, broke through really in the Europa League. I think this could be the competition for Ben Doak. On the other side, I've gone for Diogo Jota, not because I think he's been particularly brilliant lately, but because, again, I want to rest players where possible. I'd like Lucho to be fit and ready to go for the game against West Ham. And I think Diogo Jota in this circumstance is, again, a good mix of experience and somebody who knows where the goal is. So Jota on the left, Ben Doak on the right. And then the last question that I had was, who do I play through the centre? Do I fight the urge to throw in Darwin, or do I go with Cody Gakpo? I've gone with Cody Gakpo, and for similar reasons, that I don't want Darwin to pick up an injury, and Cody Gakpo could, you know, maybe do with increasing his output a little bit. I think he's slowed down a bit after the great start he's had. Yes, I'm aware he scored a goal against Wolves, but I was going to say, but it was a tap-in, but in fairness to him, you've got to be in the right position at the right time when he was. I just wouldn't risk Darwin is basically where I'm going with this one. So that is my 11 that I would like to see take to the pitch in Austria this Thursday. It's Kelleher in goal, Gomez at right back, Costas at left back, Joe Matip and Ibrahim Konate in the centre-back positions, Endo, Elliott and Bajcetic in midfield, with Diogo Jota on the left, Ben Doak on the right, and I have gone for Cody Gakpo for the middle. So I've had my side, my friends. Now it is over to you. Let me know, do you agree or disagree with my team selection? Again, score prediction for me is 3-1, but I do want to also point out we will be live from 4:45 p.m. right here on Thursday for the watch along if you'd like to come and join us. It's the start of another European journey, and with the final being in Dublin this season, I very firmly have ambitions for Liverpool to lift that trophy in my home city, and there's no reason why we shouldn't. So it is over to you now, my friends. Have your say. Thank you for tuning in as always. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, and I will catch up with you soon. Much love. Bye bye.